What's up, troops? How's it going? Welcome to a new video, and a big shout out to all of you. Thank you very much for clicking on this video, and thank you to all of you who have subscribed, liked, shared, and a massive shout out to all of the channel members. Thank you for your continued support. I hope you're having an absolute brilliant day and a brilliant weekend. We've got a bit of sunshine in the UK, so hopefully that continues. But we've got a brilliant video from the Finnish Defence Force here. So the Defenders of the North. I'm looking forward to this one. It's only a short video, 5 minutes 38, but very interesting to see what goes on in it. Check out the original video in the description, and if you haven't seen them before, go and give them a subscribe, and if you could do the same to Combat Ready HQ, and remember to turn the notifications bell on. And if you want some of our t-shirts, they are live on our website, and the link in the description, and so is our coffee. We do ship internationally. Just read through our website for terms and conditions. But I know you're here for the video, so let's get into it. I like it already. Military sort of feel, like a COD feeling. You obviously don't get briefs like this, but I love the way they've done the mapping with the intro music. So I'm loving this camo. Obviously, being from the UK, the British Army, when I started the army, we started with DPM and then moved over to multi-terrain pattern. The Royal Marines and anyone who went cold weather obviously had the white sort of overthrows, Gore-Tex, whatever it is, cold weather kit. I never did it, so I'm not an expert. What sort of camo is this? It's not a digi cam, is it? But obviously, being SMEs and experts working in these conditions, in these environments, you've got a specific military uniform that they all get issued. So it'd be interesting to know what that's called. Simulation.
And the distance between the...
Oh, nice. Look at that. There they are, stacked up, good to go. So I'd love to know what sort of what camo is this now? What camo do the Finnish wear? Once again, the Finns, like a lot of soldiers now, you can see they've adopted the fight light. So got their body armor on their plate carrier, some sort of sack on the back. Some people have hydration sacks, so your camelbacks. Other people have pouches, and pretty much around your belt kit, ammunition, maybe water, first aid kit, and emergency rations. At maximum is what people go. Maybe your monocle, you know, your NVGs, night vision goggles, and a torch maybe in there as well. But it's literally bare minimum. And I love how here the Finnish all got a sort of cutaway helmets, sort of, you know, similar to your Ops Corps helmets that you back in the day were only saved for special forces. And now we're seeing a lot more regular units with much better kit, lighter kit, to enable soldiers to move more agile. Let's get into it. Is that a Viking?
Yeah, are you referee?
Nice, look at that. One way to stun your enemy. So is it what is the standard issued weapon system for the Finnish army? Are they using similar to the Swedes, an AK? The AK-5. Oh, what's going on here? saw there was the preparation for battle. Okay, they're getting ready to deploy out, and what you don't realize what actually goes into like a big exercise operation. So we'll just play that again. You'll actually see, look at this, look at all that kit. So you've obviously there, you've got the Viking vehicles, they've got their own personal kit that they're wearing there, the minimal basic kit, body armor, weapon systems, belt kits, helmets. Then down here you've got the day sacks, and then going in the Bergens, you're going to have all your sort of dry kit, spare kit, food, water, serialized kit, spare batteries, ammunition, water, bare minimum most probably, with a couple of niceties if you've got space. If not, it's pretty much serialized kit, a bit of dry kit, spare footwear, water, food, ammunition, rations. And then the vehicle's going to take the rest of all your other spare rations depending on how long you're deploying for, spare water, BV, more ammunition, possibly the ammunition for the vehicle, like all your radio kit, all that's got to cram in. People don't realise you try and fight light, but the amount of kit actually goes with you to sort of deploy on the ground, to sort of be like, you know, independent and by yourself without any resupply for, you know, a week or two. It takes a lot of kit. Then you've got possible tents as well, sleeping systems. Snowmobile, nice. Never ridden one of them. I've always wanted to. Great way of getting around though, isn't it?
We need to drive out to the road, then we can get to the formation.
Moose fires, this is Moose.
So this here as well, this people don't know, this is TES kit. Can't remember exactly what TES stands for, but basically it's a way when doing exercise. So blank ammunition against, you know, trying to do an enemy against a friendly force against an enemy force, and you want to sort of simulate casualties and see who actually won the battle. TES kit, you attach a laser onto the end of your weapon system, and when you fire you basically have to try and hit the enemy in one of these sort of laser holes. And then it can say, if you shoot him in the arm, injured to the right arm, it could say kill, death, head injury, and in that way as well, not can you only simulate casualties and who won the battle, but then you can start getting slightly more realistic sort of first aid scenarios within that as well.
Depression, polar.
Go.
Look at that weather. It's cold. The ACOG site there, 50. Look at that, nice. Look at these guys. White camo makes sense. Never used it. Even the drones in now. RPVs, remote pilot vehicles, okay, drones, very, very popular now throughout the world, and like the British military and other militaries. They've really adopted them and really trying to use them to the best capabilities as possible.
Contact Alpha 16.
Let's see what tank that was in.
These guys just like protecting their flank. We shoot the weak.
There's a rangefinder there, so if anyone's never used them, they're pretty technical now. I don't know which one that is. I remember when I first joined the army, it was LH-40 Charlie or something, and then they moved up to the smart laser rangefinder, I think, before just laser range, and it'd give you a range, you know, distance and bearing to that target. Then it started getting really technical. Range, distance, you could magnify, you could square off friendly forces, enemy forces, you could save hundreds of different sort of possible known firing points, possible sort of target areas, and then God knows how technical and good they are now. But they, through my time in the crew, I left in 2022, they improved massively from when I joined in 2006. Artillery, yes, go on. Nice, look at that.
Enemy trench line!
Fire manoeuvre in the snow, extremely hard. No issues getting through there. It's like a really fun exercise. Look at that for a training area. Hang on. There we go. Oh my God. That's a hard area to train in. One, because of the environment and the ground. And the snow, the cold, the ice, and there's, it's not exactly thick woods either to camouflage and conceal yourself, or anywhere to sort of put up a possible decent poncho and stay out of the weather, and also to navigate. Yes, you quite lucky. You've got this large feature here that you can always go off if you ever feel like you're lost. And but moving in the right direction, yeah, that large feature can help you. But other than that, there's not too much to go off. Nice. What was that? Look at that. Some decent weapons. Look at a whole wide range of different roles you're seeing here. This is what I love about modern exercises.
Hi, good. Are you? Good. Did you use some of the modularization? We don't back up. The one over there.
Germans. Nice. What I really loved about that is the amount of different nations that they're now starting to bring in over the last few years. When Afghan was obviously kicking off, it was all Afghan focused. And then we left Afghan and it was still we were working with different nations and the exercise was getting bigger, but they were still quite small. Now you've got massive joint NATO exercises of multiple different nations with thousands and thousands of troops of every area and speciality and role that you've got within the military. Air defense, artillery, armored tanks, armored recce, engineers, and your specialist unit like rangers, your standard infantry soldiers, all coming together in one massive joint exercise all across Europe and even over in America. And what's great now is the different nationalities and different soldiers are getting training and experience in so many different environments. It's absolutely brilliant to see. And you're seeing so many. When I joined, like I said, it was a lot of the UK stuff. We'd work with the French slightly, Canadians, who else? French, Canadians, Germans, Americans, very, very popular. But now you're getting a Finnish, Swedish, Norway, Polish, all sorts, and you're seeing so many different weapon systems, and weapon systems are constantly evolving at the minute. So many new different weapon systems coming out, so many new different tanks, and you're doing so many joint exercises. You're getting to understand everyone's pieces of equipment. Absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed seeing that. I'd really like to know what that camo is as well. And if you can operate in that environment, you can pretty much operate anywhere. I always say cold, wet, windy environments is the worst environment. That environment is still extremely tough. And the issue with that, if it goes wrong or your admin's poor, it's going to go downhill a lot quicker than in a cold, windy, wet environment because it's so cold. So you've got to be top of your admin at all times. So hats off to these guys to always working in those sorts of environments. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Remember to check out the original video in the description. Head over to combatreadyhq.co.uk. Link is in the description to check out our merch and our coffee. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.